And we are back with blueprints. It should be day 3 now? And, oh, right, I forgot to open my cheat sheet. But yeah, we still have a bunch of different clues. But we've barely been able to solve any puzzle. One puzzle I wish I was able to solve right now would be the one in the art gallery. But we'll see about that. I thought this was like a globe at first. Alright. The foundation is permanently there. Okay, I thought the room was just not going to reset. I didn't know its position was permanent as well. That's an awkward position. I mean, the position is not awkward, but the rotation is awkward. Okay. I mean, I guess it does make sense. It does not reset. I mean, other stuff do say things that carry over every day as well, but... So, let's start exploring for a dead end on the right side because the foundation is there, and then use the left side to try to actually climb upwards. I mean, a dead end could work here. Having some nice early materials could be useful. Bedroom could also... The bedroom could also be useful. But it goes upwards and I would have to go down there. A spare room would let me just walk forward, so I'm gonna go with a spare room. I'm gonna be able to get the other ones anyhow. Oh, storeroom or guest bedroom. I could go for a nook. I think I'm gonna go for the storeroom. Plus 10 steps, normally super nice. However, I feel like I would rather have these resources early on. Because with these early resources, I could... I mean, it's only 1 coin, but who knows, that might be useful in some room. While the plus 10 steps will not necessarily generate any value. Hallway or a den? I don't see why I wouldn't go for a den. Could also be noteworthy or notable to see if I run across the trunk. Oh, and closet. Oh, or a mailroom. I'm gonna go with the mailroom just because I don't know what package I got. The Sinker Company, as West rules, blah blah blah. I got a lockpick kit. That is very useful to have early on. And these, I believe, yeah, I still don't know what the point of these are. So there's some email that will give more instructions, but I haven't found the office where I presume the email is going to be. Right, both a bedroom and a pantry makes sense, but pantry gives me coins, which is something I am more keen on getting early. Trying to see if there's anything that looks interactable with, but I can't interact with a ladder. Okay, so a parlor is a dead end, a dining room is the only thing that would not be a dead end, but the question is I could just go back to the entrance hall. So do I go for a nook for the key, or do I go for the parlor game? Just to finish the puzzle. I mean, I might as well go for the nook. And I was lucky enough for the trunk to not be here. Coupon book. Okay, that is good to have. So I was able to get an item as well. I mean, I only have one choice. There is only one box in this room, false. The gems are in the true box. There are 4 boxes in this room, so the gem is in here. There's... It bothers me. The clue that was in the workshop. Of the true box not always having... This is why we want the gems early on, otherwise that would have been a very short day. This one is not playable. With bath, without bad. I mean, that's just H. Or H tub. What does a salt shaker do? Ah, new items. And I only have money for the salt shaker, but I don't know what it does. Oh, I bought it. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. That is nice. But I want to know what the salt shaker does. Already utilizing a lot of... Ooh! So that lowers the elevator, that's how I do it. Wait. Ooh. Because of what it says here, this is true. The keycard access security doesn't more likely to appear in the higher ranks. This is false. It is locked. And access levers are no longer... are required to grant entry. So I need to find access levers somewhere in the estate. Let's use this handy terminal. Estate inventory. Nothing missed so far, that is lovely to see. Keycard system. Security level. Low. Locked. Fantastic. But is my run or the day's run already dead? So I need a key card. There was no... didn't tell me about anything, so is... And I don't have the breaker box, like the circuit box room. So there's no way for me to turn off the power. But I don't think this is one of the rooms you could turn off power to. I wonder if you can get more of these and open the other boxes. That's annoying. But the run is technically not dead, because this is permanently open. I do have the bunker room that could maybe give me a key card. I mean, it would require a lot of luck, but I don't think it's impossible. Special floor plans now cost steps instead of gems. I mean, that would be nice. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. Can't utilize these. And let's go for the shelter and see if there is maybe a random item. A bunch of food. Remain where you are now, given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I'm still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. I don't know what that is supposed to mean. Alright, time lock safe. Oh, I'm going to guess this uses real life time, so it's May and 20. Let's see if I can do that. Must at least be at least 1 hour in advance. So that would mean... No, I think what I should do probably is... Thursday stream. Let's do 6 p.m. Okay, radiation monitor. A measurement of radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. The reading is 12 USV or higher. Emergency protocol will initiate. Well, that's annoying that I need to retype the password over and over again. What more other options that I have in this particular computer? Yeah, let's place a special order while we can. Metal detector is something I don't know what it does. Well, I don't know if there's anything more I can do this particular day. So I guess I'll no, there's not really a lot I can explore that I haven't explored. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me to do more this day, so I'll just restart. That's unfortunate. Right. Yeah, I guess I'll go with it then. No trunk inside and no other bonus items. One coin is not a lot, but it's better than nothing, and having a few gems never hurt. Ooh, the passageway looks very diverse. And Paula would have given me more gems. Or should I go for a corridor? I guess I could go for the passageway. It feels like it's diverse. It doesn't lock me into anything right now. Can I find a dead end? I've always wondered what launder currency means. So let's... Okay, so what does it mean? This service costs 5 coins and will exchange all of your gems with all of your coins. Key to coins? Oh, key to gems. And alright, that is interesting. Not useful at all for me, but it's good to know for future days. I mean, I have no choice but the hallway, which is not optimal, but hey. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Red memos are lies. So the doors in the West Wing are less likely to be locked. So I want to be in the right wing. So I could go parlor or bedroom. I think I'm gonna go for the parlor because a free gem never hurts. You are in the parlor, correct? This box is empty and the blue box is true. Okay, so you in the parlor, that is true. The blue box is true. So this one is false. Ooh, pantry. So let's see what this is all about. This looks promising. And I can go back up. Okay, an upgrade disc. That is nice if I get a security room this day, but I am losing a lot of steps. Oh no. Oh, so I'm going to guess this means I can call the elevator if I have a keycard, if this is how I enter it. But I need a specific key. A basement key. But this feels good. This feels like this is gonna be useful later on in the game. But how do I access the base? How would I go the other way around? Like, how would I go into the basement? Maybe the basement is a room? That's something I'll have to think about. Don't have a shovel, unfortunately, but we can continue going forwards. I don't see any notable item. Security is good because then I can utilize the terminal. And now I can upgrade one of my rooms. Whenever you draft another green room, 2 diamonds will sprout in this room. I think just getting more steps is better. Because the sprouting mechanic is going to require me to already walk quite a lot. I don't have a key card, but I am far from being locked. That door is locked. I don't want to use that yet, because this would require me to want a left, like a room that goes to the left. I feel like that is too uncertain to waste one of my keys. It's better for me to go back to the entrance or passageway and start exploring the left side. Or I could go to the left side using the foundation, in case one of them will require a key. Because if one of they will require a key, at least I'm not going to get screwed over by a lot of the rooms. Ooh. I could do the nursery and then go to the passageway. Or I could go bedroom, but bedroom leads me down. Nook leads me up, but then this is all stuck. So I think it's going to go with the nursery. This one, super, super critical. Nice that I happened to get a gem. Super, super critical because that story is gonna be crucial. I just don't know how yet. Because it feels like the day I discovered it, I did have the ability to somewhat recreate the story, but it didn't lead me to anything. Alright, secret passage could be actually very useful. It allows me to travel to the corridor very quickly. But I think I'm gonna go with the spare room. Ooh. Well, the drawing room would be nice, but it would require me to go up the left side, which is awkward. Closet would also require me to do that. So I think the commissary is the only way for me to guarantee. If I have a lot of steps left and I want to fill out the left side, I can always go to the entry hall. But this is a red memo, so this is a lie. Okay, so with stairs, without stars. So that's an I. So we have an H and an I. I'm gonna write these down because these are definitely something. H I. So that means probably the first time I drafted this, I did actually miss something. So I can buy a gem, I can buy a salt shaker. That's what I can do. I don't know what a salt shaker does. Do I want to spend my money not finding out what a salt shaker does? Probably. Whenever you eat food and gain steps, you get an extra step. That is decent enough. Okay, what do we have here? Well, this one is just a dead end. So in that case, I might as well just go for the closet. And a gem and a key were seriously the items I got. This day is not looking good so far. So the question is, do I go to the security now with the 2 keys, or do I go entrance hall wise? I think I gotta go with the security because the entrance hall has too many... I mean, there's too many risks of it just being dead ends. I don't have an access card. That is also very scary. I do have a gem for a drawing room, which a bunk room would give me a bunch of steps, but I think a drawing room is what I need. It utilizes a gem, but the ability to be able to redraw, because I am so much on the edge, if that's how you want to call it, is very, very important. Now let's see if I can get some good dead end here, like the guest bedroom. Keys for the garage. Or rather the car. Sinclair just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson. His peculiar personality someone made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate... Oh, so I have been here before. Because the billiard room puzzle I have already solved. There does not appear to be anything else. And it was locked. That's my last key. No. I clicked A and that selected a room? Oh no. Can the dark room ever actually contain an item? Please don't be locked. Of course it's locked. I haven't been outside there. Okay, so I have to just leg it back to the entrance hall and just gamble. That is unfortunate, but a good note that for some reason pressing the A key will select whatever room I am hovering. I don't know if it just goes by any button click, but that is very, very unfortunate. I don't know why that is a part of the game. Yeah, and it's a dead end here. Unless I happen to, happens to be a key card in one of them. I have spotted items in the Nook. So I guess the best luck I could have is for the Nook to have a key card here. They have a magnifying glass, but that is not what I need. So this will be another fruitless day. Huh. I mean, technically it doesn't need to be fruitless, I always have the outdoors room. Maybe I should begin with the outdoors room because it can change quite a lot about what happens indoors. It is quite a lot of steps just for this room, but it might be worth it. Oh, a shrine. Make an offering of coins may result in bestowal of beneficial blessing that will last for several days. I don't have any coins. And there doesn't really appear to be anything else. Oh well, call it a day. Let's see how many steps I'm wasting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and depending on this is potentially 5. Each time you dropped a dead end in your house, spread 5 coins to the tomb. I mean, nice, except... Except that is a lot of wasted steps. But I have actually run out of steps several days. So that is something for me to consider. I don't have anything to trade, so I guess I'll just go with the schoolhouse. And see if there's anything in here. Oh, a coin. Herbie. I don't know if that is relevant for anything. I don't feel like that is worth noting down. Because it's obviously a reference to Sinclair, and... Oh? Yeah, that is very... interesting. I'm going to guess this does not persist through days, so that means there are going to be 4 of these. I have to find them all in the same day. That is going to be difficult because I don't know what other rooms have that. I know what they're called in Swedish, but I don't know what they're called in English. I mean, we would just call it kamin. But I guess maybe a stove? No, not really. That is very interesting. I think I can check it out without wasting steps. No, I can't. I have to waste steps, I think. I think this counts as a different place. No, it doesn't. Okay, and what could this do? Maybe it opens that up? Who knows? That feels like it's worth it. I felt very fast moving along that. So I'm less likely to have locked rooms in this direction. Spare room, might as well go for a nook. Coin, potential item, and I don't get stuck in a corner. The library could be good just for the reason of getting less common floor plans, so I can find out more about more rooms, but I think I'm gonna go for the den. Nice. I'm not noticing anything in particular. I'm gonna go with the parlor. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in this box. If this is true, all three of them are true. Because yes, it is not in the white box. And yes, they are not in that box. So it can't be this. So this is a lie. It's not in that box. And it's not in the white box. So it has to be in the blue box. Yeah, classroom. While drafting in classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each room in your house, which right now is not really any. Oh, This is... Apart from yellow and orange, we can make all of these in the breaker box room. Each color is only used twice. No? Oh, they're trying to say that, hey, this gecko is supposed to be green, I believe. I mean, it's ultimately just a bunch of colors, but it's once again the cart, the fire hydrant. My favorite color is red. It's all about Lucky Rabbit's Foot, greater chance of finding items. Okay, nice. Freddy. Favorite color is red. This is... There's definitely gonna be a puzzle resulting from these. I think what we're supposed to actually find out about these are the flags. Because they all... None of these are correct. Like 100% correct, 12 out of 12. So I think what we're supposed to do is deduce the color of the flags. Why does it not let me fill that in? Okay, that's good. There are clues. I mean, I guess it could be road and rod. So the difference would be A. I'm going to guess... I mean, is that what all of the duo pictures mean? That each one is supposed to be like a letter? That you see two things, a 4-letter word and a 3-letter word, or like an X-letter word and X minus 1-letter word, and there's going to be 1-letter difference. And that one means something. Or is it supposed to be something else? It's very difficult to know. I could go for a corridor, I think. I don't see the purpose of an observatory. I mean, I guess actually I could go for an observatory. I haven't had these stars before, so it's like actually kind of important probably. Okay, the fixed stars, Constellations by Richard Witt. Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observable effects that accompany the appearance of each one, depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the scan on a given day difference. Different constellations of various sizes may be visible, so have more than one on a single day. This book, solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations. Do I need to screenshot these, are my big question. Why am I... Huh. Yeah, I'm going to guess that basically every time I'm here, I'm going to be able to create these constellations for effects. All of these seems pretty useful. Why is Draxus the Dead a thing? Right? Am I soft-locked? Oh no, I'm not. And I need to raise it even further because it's getting blocked. That feels like a good angle. Yeah. Well, that was a nice detour. Might as well go with the courtyard, even though it takes one of my gems. Oh yeah, a sledgehammer. Love that. But yeah, even though it took one of my gems, I do have another door there without having to backtrack all the way. Let's hope this one has something that goes to the right. It does. It has the library. Oh, the garage would be nice, but yeah. I do need to continue forward. The library, I have not... Okay, that's actually a pretty nice implementation of it. Oh gosh, there's gonna be so many hints in here. Oh, I can feel it. Oh no. There are books, and I'm probably gonna need to open a specific page in the books, each one of the books. I mean, let's go through the Mount Holly record. Okay. That's not a lot. And it does debunk what I thought it would be, because I don't see why that wouldn't have. So these are just info about me. Haven't made any contraptions. I've avoided the office ones? Huh? I didn't know that. I mean, maybe I did it once because it... I mean, I guess the run I actually... Or the day I actually got all the way to the antechamber, I do think I passed up on an office. You don't have anything. Additional reading. This house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Yeah, I know about this. I don't know which one I would like to read more about. Which one is the foundation? Yeah, not really anything noteworthy. You don't have anything, so what do you say? Oh, book request form. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Oh gosh. I have seen Reddington postcard. Marion Marigold. Isn't that the author? There were a bunch of hints about. Wait, the office safe code was a red note, so does that mean it is not correct? Yeah, it is Marigold, so that is interesting. The fixed stars, don't know why I would want that, but Witt, I recognize, Richard Witt. History of Orondia, don't know why I would want that, but these two could also probably be interesting. I'm going to go with the drafting strategy, because it feels like I'm not even close to being far enough in the game for Marion Marigold to matter. Study or a workshop? I mean, I have to pretty much use workshop. I mean, I could always go back, of course, but... Yeah, and I don't have enough gems for the study to really make sense. Unfortunately, there is... Of course, this is security. Yeah, these don't go together. I gotta say, I have the rabbit's lucky battery pack. That is... You are a different letter. You're E now. Okay, otherwise there does not really appear to be anything for me. Well, that's unfortunate that I have to backtrack. Do I want to continue onwards or do I want to go down? I think I do want to continue onwards. I feel like if I ever get a bad day, which is pretty much guaranteed to happen, I feel like it's just way better to have drafted the high rank rooms. Oh gosh, it is very far back. I thought I would have been able to go to the foundation, but no. I need to go to the den here, and I need to hope that I get to the left. Okay, the day is actually close. I would have loved to have a pull. But I'm gonna go for the closet, hope there is a security card in here. No, it's just a key and a gem. That is very unfortunate that I have been locked off. So I guess my big question I gotta debate and think about is how do I make sure I get the access cards quicker? Because so far they are screwing me over a lot of the time. I don't even know if it is possible for me to really do anything about it. I guess all I can do now is just draft more rooms here and hope that the lucky rabbit's foot is actually gonna do. Like, look, I got a lever here. Fantastic, but that is not the key item I wanted. This one is still just a bad... And I guess I could go for the... No, I will be able to get there through the entrance also. I might as well go for the pantry. Get some extra steps. Get some coins because I might get... the commissary? So here's salt shakers. We don't know what they do. We know what shovels do. I'm going to guess I have had a sleeping mask. And a metal detector is one of the things I haven't gotten today. So I might want to try to get a metal detector so I know what it does. Horrible things. How's the gaming? Hello, Pastor. Welcome to the stream. And the gaming's not going too well. This is the third day this stream alone. So like from one day a stream, I am now on my third day. And that's because I have been royally screwed over by the room RNG. And once I accidentally also unlocked, or I found out a mechanic that I didn't know about. I was in a room draft selection like this, and I pressed A, and that just selects one of the rooms. Okay, I clicked A, and now it selected a second room, so I don't know fully how it works, but that killed my run yesterday. Okay, plain without blueprint. It feels like these are going to matter. I just don't know what. I mean, the mechanic is dubious. Like, you never get told that apparently you can control these with your keys. Well, the day is rude anyhow. So I will have to call it another day. This is concerning. I made a lot of progress the first 2 days, but now these 3 days I have barely made any progress. But then again, everything was new the first 2 times, and now there's a lot of rooms and mechanics I already am aware of. Did you figure out the painting room? Nope. I have not received any clues towards what that could actually mean. So we will see. I did find the library, and in the library you can actually see a bunch of your records or like statistics, and it did show up that I've not beaten the art room yet, but I already know that. Okay, what do you have? I'm gonna do a shrine. I don't have any coins now, but it is something for me to go back for, so I can see what the blessing is. Hallway. I mean, I should have gone for a den, but it doesn't matter. I don't think 1 gem is gonna matter this room. Freezer. No, useless right now. Parlor or pantry. Gems or coins? Coins. Banana. Might as well go for corridor. Right, I don't have that. And I have to choose one of these. So either I go for the chapel if I want to continue to go deeper, or I can go for the storeroom and hope another path opens up. I think I might as well go for the chapel. No, resources is important. And the annoying part is I can't undo the draft here. I can't say, no, I want to draft this later. And I don't have any rerolls. I have 4 coins. It is very difficult for me to get coins currently. Key is important. Gems are important. Items are important. Especially once we go past the foundation. But then this entire right side is choked off. So I'm gonna go with the chapel. I don't know if any of these will mean anything. I guess I'll go for parlor. This box and the white box are both empty. There is a second wind-up key in this room. The statement on the white box is true. But what's annoying about that is they are not super contradictory. Okay, wait. The statement on the white box is true. There is a second wind-up in the room. They can both be true. This box and the white box are both empty. All 3 of them can be true. But let's say this... I was thinking the basic puzzle-solving things like colors, amount of objects, are they pointing to some direction, etc. Yeah, it could be. I mean, that's one of the issues, that we have very little to go on right now. It's just... It's so open-ended that you just have a painting and then you're supposed to put in a bunch of letters. Like, technically, it doesn't even have to form a particular word. But okay, so let's assume this is true. This box and the white box are both empty. That means there is going to be something in here. The statement in the white box is a lie. which means there is no second wind-up key. So that works. Oh, compared to last stream Imposter, I was able to lower this one. This elevator, and it goes down and it requires a special key once you're down there, and I don't have that particular special key. I don't even know what it would look like. So this should give me 2 now, which should give me 2 trunks, or the ability for 2 trunks. The twins. Yeah. Better than silver key, must be a dungeon elevator key then. I don't know. I have only had a basic key so far, so I have no clue what kind of key. I'm noticing that 9 does not have one. Does that mean you go Clavis the key twice? You don't seem to be able to choose, which is unfortunate. Here I wanted something... Oh right, I don't have any keys, so that's why it doesn't even give me a prompt. That one is also locked. That's going to mean a lot of backtracking, and maybe there is something, an item down here. Maybe I'm lucky enough. And there you can see the room poster. But in here, the basement door requires a particular key. And it feels like that's going to be a permanent unlock, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense for the elevator power button to be... Or maybe I need to be down there and make the elevator go up, because maybe there is something underneath the elevator. Well, I can't do that until I have an access card. Right, this one was locked. So I need to go all the way back to the chapel. And I don't have the gem requirement for that. I'm gonna go for the bedroom. This continues. Clock, lock, so C. I don't know if this exists in every room, but maybe somewhere it is going to spell something out. Like maybe this position will always produce C. I'm gonna write that down just in case. So we have, I'm gonna go from the bottom, 3, 4, 3. Gonna write them as coordinates so I understand. C. Clock minus lock. Right. This one I don't really care too much. Oh, aquarium. Nice. Am I supposed to have the mouse in the middle? Compass is a very good item for me to pick up. And there we have H. mean, I might as well try it and write it down. For 2, we have H, because it was bath minus bat. Nook could be nice, spare room could be nice, but I'm gonna go for the Nook. A key is something that lets me actually progress more with the rooms I already have. Okay, so we have a bridge and bride, which is G. So at 3, 2, we have G, bridge minus bride. That means also in the entry hall, because it's always been the same. But it was Queen of Diamonds and Ace of Spades. That's not really a... Hello? Ellis? Perry? I am doing... Alright, yeah, I'm seeing your message. I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing fine. On this Tuesday it is. It's very, very warm in my room right now, because for some reason today and yesterday have been like 10 degrees warmer than the entire month. So I am melting. My computer is melting. Thank you, Ellis. I hope the same to you. Right, I didn't get this. I do not like coffee. It's way too bitter. That was what you said about the rooms in search. Was there 7 or 8 paintings? I suppose it was 7 deadly sins. Bud was thinking if lettuce could be from the rooms you create in the map, hallway H, entrance hall EH. But that could be too far-fetched. I think the problem with that poster would be that the room generation is random, but the paintings don't in the rooms don't necessarily have to be random. And if it would be, I don't see how the 7 deadly sins would be connected to what rooms I've drafted. That feels like a pretty random solution. Not saying it's impossible, but I mean, let's see, so storeroom or closet. Do I want items or do I want resources? I am low on resources. I think I'd have to ditch the closet because it is a lot of the time just the same resources, but this one is guaranteed. Oh, a broken lever. But yeah, we'll think that more. To answer your question, Ellis, because 2 reasons. 1, I'm not sure what artistic direction I want for my channel. And secondary, I am lazy. And I love a procrastinate. Okay, I'm not lazy, but I do procrastinate quite a lot. That is my main issue. But yeah, also the part that I don't fully know the artistic direction. I haven't fully decided on a color scheme or really what style I'm going for. It is like a bit neon-ish now, but I don't know if that is what I'm ultimately going to go with. Okay, I have my trunks. I don't want to use my keys, I want to use the sledgehammer. Okay, so we have 2 playing cards. Queen of Diamonds and Ace of Spades. Yeah, I'm not finding a letter that is differentiating this. I feel like you could have a similar problem as I. If I can't finish the idea and actual work in 2 hours, I change my mind tomorrow. Well, Ellis, thank you for the offer, but I am going to decline that. Typically, I do want to do these sorts of things alone, at least setting the artistic direction. So yeah. Once again, thank you for the offer, but I'm going to decline. And Poster, yeah, it's a bit similar. If I can't finish the idea of actual work in 2 hours, I usually get stuck on the philosophical. I mean, not the pre-planning and philosophical part already. Like, if I can't imagine myself finishing this in a short span of time, then I just don't do it. So, yeah. It doesn't even have to be time, it just has to be effort, essentially, as well. So it can take a long time, but small amount of effort, I might as well do that. Yeah, I'll have to get back to what these 2 paintings, what letter they could actually... Well, at least, like I said, I'm not looking to actually commission or get art done for my channel right now, so... I don't really see a point in looking at your portfolio. Ooh, billiard room. Nice. Laboratory. I've never drafted a laboratory, I think. Yeah, Ellis, but like I said, I want to do these sorts of things myself. So, laboratory. Do I go for the billiard room because I know the puzzle, or do I go for the laboratory because I have experimental house features? I'm gonna go with the laboratory. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. Oh gosh. This is another puzzle. So I need to have the boiler room. Oh, this one. I mean, I know what this puzzle does, but the arrow to the left makes me feel like it's gonna be this. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. Let me look up the periodic table. I only know like the first few rows. I don't know these metals at the bottom. Oh, that one's ugly. That one's easier to look at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it is definitely gonna spell out something. Laboratory. I really need to actually sort out my notes. Oh, PU. I'm gonna guess. Oh no, it's gonna be push maybe. Yeah. PUSH. 4 there is TH. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. RE, and then we have number 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Push 3U. Or maybe it's not really going to be something there, but 7 is PS. 8 is F. 9 is T. Yeah, TE. Because this periodic table doesn't actually have all of the elements. That's odd. TE. 10 is RN. 11 is I. 12 is any. Push 3 up SFTER9. Push 3 up SFTR9. Oh, wait. PS. Which one was PS? I mean, it could be that they want to say push 3 up after 9. So I need to do 9 and then 3. Very cool that you can actually spell out such a complex sentence using the periodic table. But yeah, this is... I can't find PS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's number 7. No, it is actually A, so I don't know how I got PS. It's supposed to be a PS. So it does actually just spell out push 3 up after 9. That is very, very cool. I wonder what other kind of sentences you can make using the periodic table. So yeah, it's push 3 up after 9. So that is what I'm supposed to do. But I first need a boiler room. Effective immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. Ish, correct? Okay, so what experiments can I run? In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. Choose a cause from column A and an effect from column B. Whenever you draft a shop room, when the next 3 times you open a locked trunk, spread dirt on the driveway. For each bedroom you draft after your second. Okay. This is interesting. Why is spreading dirt on the driveway a benefit? I think what I'm gonna do is set... I don't think I need to do set steps to 40. No, I am more gated by steps today. Set steps to whenever I draft a shop room. Start experiment. So, is there anything else? Ooh, here's a paper. Heating and cooling curves. This is going to be related to the boiler, I presume. Okay, so if my dual painting... These are connected, so we have dunes... and pudding? Or is it supposed to be... desert and desert. So it's S. There is definitely something... There are too many coincidences for this to not actually be a thing. 1 is S. Desert minus desert. Did I read it? No. I typically work over at Synca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory in the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit, I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. That didn't tell me anything. But I did get some more confirmation. Oh, you do have the periodic table here in case you wanted to cross-check that. I just googled. Security would be nice. I don't know if it is actually required this early, but it might as well. So here we have this combo. I mean, I saw this combo, but was it the same spot as yesterday? Regardless, on 1, 2... Blueprint, is it maybe supposed to be a biplane? No. Because that would be too many letters. So far it's only been one every single time. Apart from one other time, but... Plane, if I try to think it from the reverse, plane and pain, that is not a pain. Or could this be? Foster, do you have any ideas? Because the second one feels like a blueprint. Does blueprint and biplane have the same letters apart from the letter R? Let me... No, there has to be more than that. Yeah, there's a U difference as well. Because I can remove the I, remove the I, remove the B, remove the B, remove the L, remove the L, remove the E, remove the E, remove the P, remove the P, remove the N, remove the N. Yeah. So biplane and blueprint, biplane has an A, blueprint has ERT. So it feels like that can't be correct. You have ideas, but I may not have enough game knowledge yet. I mean, maybe. You will have soon enough game knowledge. Otherwise, you can always ask me what I know currently. Even though the laboratory is right next to me, can I... Yeah, okay, so only 2 trunks, so I haven't missed anything that I didn't know about. So let's log into network. What is that rank 2 under the security? It's essentially telling you what row you're on. So you start on rank 1, which is the first row, and then you go to the second row, which is rank 2. And when it comes to each room can only spawn in certain ranks. So some rooms, like the office, can only spawn in the later ranks, like rank 7, 8, 9 probably, which means the 7th, 8th, and 9th row, which is the furthest you can go. Okay, so I can access the laboratory even though I never entered that computer. So yeah, you can see I'm security row 2. These are rank 1. These are rank 2. These are rank 3, rank 4, rank 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Could it be that I actually don't need to differentiate these, but it is just a letter E? I'm gonna see if it's letter E. Because it says it flat out, right? Okay, so let's head inwards. Oh gosh. I am very happy I did not have to draw those two, because they are both awful. Could just be letter E, but what is the small number 5 at the entrance? Entrance? I'm gonna waste 2 steps for this? Oh no, that's just showing that it is 5 across. Because we have 5 rooms next to each other. And then it's 9 tall. Okay, bird and boat. But maybe this is the specific bird they want, because bird and boat only shares 1 letter. And so far it has been a 1 letter difference. It hasn't been what letter do they share. So it would be a weird puzzle design if they suddenly changed that. So boat. What bird? What bird species can I get by just inserting or removing a letter from boat? Oh, that makes sense. It is Tennessee number 9 to make it more clear for me. Yeah, the 9 doesn't seem to be particularly visible. But yeah, that's what it is. So bird and boat. Bird. Okay, so what boat is it? I don't know the English name for a lot of bird species. This is gonna ruin me, but it should be fine. Because 1 letter I should be able to deduce. Once I have more of the surrounding. It doesn't necessarily look that good right now. When I'm looking at my notes here. HC is a very odd combo. If it's a crow and rowboating, it would be C, or did I understand it wrong? It could be crow, you're right. But if it's crow and rowboat, I mean, I guess it could work. But it would feel weird, because that would mean the letter combination we have is CG. But maybe it is not supposed to be read in the way I'm trying to read it. Like, maybe it is in a different direction. Yeah, I guess it could be crow minus row boat. But I don't know why the boat would be emitted. But then, again, we kind of had bath and bathtub, but bathtub can be called a bath. But yeah, it's a good enough guess that I think is worth noting down. CG. I don't think there's any words in the English language that goes CG. And HC I also don't think. But it could be that in both of these cases that it's the end of a word and then start of a word. But what English words ends with C H? Regardless, that is a problem for future me. Stuff notice. I have no choice but a closet. I thought I escaped the closet when I came out, but apparently I didn't. Here we have a car and card. I mean, there are too many similarities. There is something here 100%. But maybe what it could be in a future puzzle is that it is not going to spell something like over the entire floor plan, but it will rather point out particular rooms, and we will have to find the letters of those rooms. We have to know the letters of those rooms. And here we have... Shoot, I think I have put the wrong coordinates on some of these. So 1, 4... Actually, no, because I have put them wrong, it actually makes sense why the sequence of letters doesn't make sense, because I did it wrong. Anyway, this is D, because it's card minus car. So let me try to order these in a way you would read it. You would read it all of the same... No, I have arranged it correctly. No, because that is not the way I'm going. I'm going X first and then Y. So when I'm reading, I am going to have the same Y value, but the different X values. So I'm just going to rearrange them. So 1, 1 is going to be followed by 2, 1, which is followed by... But it's not 3, 1. It is 1, 3 that was the crow and rowboat. So Y value 1. I don't have any more on the Y value 1. I have several on Y value 2. So on Y value 2, I have... But I will have to double check if I actually did it right. Maybe I should change the coordinate system so it's actually based on X and then Y. Probably should do that. So this one... Was it row 2, position 4? Yeah, you could make it that way. I immediately started thinking coordinate system because of mathematics, but then given how this layout is presented and how rows actually matter a lot, it is probably easier for me to just do it row based. 2, 3. Then we have 2, row 2, 1. So there we go for 4, 1, row 3, column 1. Okay, good. Now it's... So now I just need to sort them like this. Should probably just write out the coordinates. I'm sorry that I'm not doing a lot of gameplay right now. I'm trying to sort my notes, but I really should do that after the stream. I'll just finish this row before I go back to playing the game, don't worry. Maybe the reason that we have 2 cards in the entrance hall is because it's supposed to be a spacebar. Maybe that will be a common theme, that we see 2 things of the same thing. That is actually something I need to keep in mind. Regardless, closet, 4-1, card, boom, done. What items? I got a sleeping mask and I got a gem. Fantastic. Let's go to the west wing. Guest bedroom, no. Commissary, I can't afford, but dining room is fine. I'm a 3-1. 3-1, see, according to your astute observation. So we have a tie and... Just gonna look around for items. What the heck is that? I mean, it looks like one of the things you potentially put cookies on. See, where am I? I am on 3-2. Tie. Whatever it is very closely spelled very, very similarly to tie. It's not a tire. It's not time. It's not a tide. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's fully what it's supposed to be. I think, once again, that it is something you put, like you put cookies on and you put on the middle of the table. I think that is what it's supposed to be, but I don't know what it's called. I don't even know what it's called in Swedish. What is it? Is it cheating to try to Google what that object would be called? I don't feel like it is cheating, because that is just me not speaking the language I need to speak to solve the game. I am formally gonna declare that that is not cheating. For me to look up an English word of something. Well, I wouldn't know it even if... Yeah, I know. Like, even in my native language, I wouldn't know what that's called, because it's such a rare thing to actually have one of them at home. Like, what is it called? Tray, fountain, hanger, lamp, stand. I'm bad at crosswords. I'm usually pretty good at crosswords, but... Not this. I mean, I'm able to find a lot of pictures if you search for afternoon tea, but... Oh wait, what crockery and cutlery do you need? Cake stand and serving plates. But, so it is called just a cake stand? Yeah, it is called a cake stand. I even found a cake stand that has a very similar design to the one in the image. Okay, so tie and cake stand. They don't really share a lot of letters. I mean, is it once again where we go back to... If it's not the one letter that differs, it is the one letter they share. Because in that case, that would just be T. And it wouldn't be a crow and rowboat, it would be probably just a bird and boat and B. Well, I've written down at least what it is. I know what those are called at least, like these things. It's a cloche. Oh gosh. I need to be a tier 3 support to know that. I wish I had the ability to have subs on Twitch. That will be in the future. So do I go with the gymnasium so I don't have to backtrack such an awfully... No, yeah, I have a key so I could actually escape the foundation and the observatory. The problem with that would be it takes so many steps compared to gymnasium would just lose me 2 steps. So I think I'm gonna go with the gymnasium, so I lose 2 steps, fine. I'll bite that bullet. I think I do want to backtrack to security. To fill out that room. No, it's too risky. It's too risky, way too risky. Okay. What do we have here? We are in 4-2. And then we have, I mean, a coat and a cot. I know that those are called cots, so it's A. Okay, that's good. That was a quick one. I don't want to draft a dark room. It can so easily screw me over. I'm gonna redraw. Thank you. But we are now in a pretty risky part of the game. So this one is rank 8, I am on rank 5. The risky part is now the security cards can come into effect. Even though I did set the security measure to low. Right, I should probably do this rooms. This is my first 5er. It's a 5-2. So what is this? Both images can refer to several things. That's what is annoying. Like this could be an aviator. I don't know what this would be that is similar to aviator. Why is the shadow moving? Charm farm, I was thinking there was a snake on the one shoulder. No, I think that's just a scarf. Oh, he smokes as well. Yuck. But it could be like an aviator, or it could be a pilot. It could also be that. But what would this be? I mean, this can be so many things. It could be an orchid, whatever you say. It could be, is it called an Ouroboreum? Something along those lines. It could just be a plantage. It could be a garden. So I think it's probably easier if we're going to keep making the assumption, or rather, we. I am going to keep making the assumption that it is about finding the letter that is different. So let's assume pilot. That is a simple word on the left. They're not all been simple words, but pilot, what could the one on the right be then? It could be a plot of land. So pilot and plot, which means it's I. Nice. Let's continue. Head deeper because I really do want the buff. Courtyard, yeah. Because I really want to go back to the dining room and actually eat that. Which it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need... It's gonna be a straight shot, which is nice, but it is risky. So it's another trunk, but I want a sledgehammer to deal with the trunks. Because a sledgehammer is infinitely reusable. Now, I am in an outdoors area. I don't think it is possible for me to find the paintings and what letters this one is supposed to be. I just don't think it exists here, and I think that's fine. Okay, I'll go with the billiard room because the utility closet would be quite devastating for me. Here we have a clock and a tie. Oh, you're right. Time and tie. That is very smart. What rank am I on? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7, 2, M, time, tie. Okay. Oh, banana, very useful. 3 steps, don't mind if I do. Right, and this one, I'm not gonna read. I'm just gonna look up what the solution was. Okay, so last time it did it. Oh, it's a different this time. 1 plus 5 plus 2. Well, okay, so I'm gonna remove my dartboard note because it's just useless now. So 1 plus 5 plus 2, that is 8. 9 minus 1 minus 6, that is 2. 10 minus 5 divided by 4. Because it was... No, it was multiplied by 4, which is 20. 15 minus 9, 6 times 2 is 12. So now we have the silver key. I don't know if the silver key works on the basement. And I'm very far away from the foundation. So it is not likely that I'm gonna be able to try that out this time. Even if I were to rush there right now, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I would have 2 steps remaining just to test that out, and that would be the end of my day unless the foundation is able to give me a bedroom. But I've already drafted a bedroom, so it would just be a dead end here. I mean, it could be a nice dead end. No, it wouldn't. There's no way for me to... Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to circle around to observatory. That is gonna be a closer route. Or just circle down there. What was it the silver key did? Unlocking a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. That's not what I want. All of these are dead ends. That is very unfortunate. Actually, the den has another chance for me. And it could connect to the foundation. I don't remember why I didn't go through that. Yeah, I mean, code check would be nice so I can pass on the silver key to another day. But I don't think that is gonna be what I'm doing. An access card. Or Gucci. I don't think this is Omni, but it works well. Billiard room clue, we already have that. Okay, we have a spine and a pine tree, so we have S. And this is on 7-1. 7-1 S. Spine pine. Question is, I mean, I might as well draft the orchid door here. Oh, the office. That's such a good room. I really need that room, but I'm gonna go with the bunk room because... well, at least I'm getting coins out of it. I've already read the journal. Did that last stream. Otherwise, there doesn't really seem to be much for me to do. Okay, so we have read and rain. But it could be grain. Could it also be? So this is 6-1. 6-1 G grain minus rain. Fantastic. For hamster. Please don't require a key. You require a key. That's why I didn't use you. I have the steps thanks to the guest bedroom and bunk room to actually go all the way back to the foundation instead of using the silver key here. It is costing me a lot of steps, but I do think it might be worth it. Because it will let me test out the silver key on the foundation bottom floor. I am gonna do it. Might as well draft you if you don't require a key. No, you don't. The archives had a lot of good info, but I might as well draft the dark room because I'm not going to go in there anyhow. I have no reason to go in there. I do need the boiler room. And I do need to find more of those stoves. Well, it's not stoves, but you know what I mean. That I found out in the schoolhouse. It's for the knowledge. Everything's for the knowledge. Yeah, I haven't done this. I just realized I walked past a bunch of rooms that I haven't actually jolted down the clues for. I haven't done it for almost any of the first rank rooms. So 2, 5... What do we have here? We have coal mine, or we have a car and a cart, I believe it's supposed to be. I think so far as well. I think so far that it's always been the left minus the right. Which means that Crow Rowboat might actually be correct. But when it comes to the cake stand and tie, it is the cake stand that is going to have the extra letter. And maybe the tie isn't actually referring to a tie, but maybe something else then. But that is one letter fewer than cake stand. The cake stand could also symbolize something else. Cake stand, I mean, it could be tier. Maybe. Maybe it is tier minus tie would lead me to A. It is a good enough observation that I am gonna jolt it down. And I am, just like a crow and rowboat, I am gonna put question marks around it in my notes. Now I kind of want to waste steps to actually get what I need from these. Actually, no, I have the aquarium. I don't have the darkroom one, but it's a darkroom. I'm not going to be able to see anything anyhow. I lack all of these pretty much. Like all but the laboratory. I don't think I don't have the storeroom. And I don't have the chapel. So now the question is, though, the chapel I don't think has any paintings. So I do think this is just going to be one of the rooms like the patio that doesn't actually let me know anything else. Do I have 3-4? I do have 3-4. It's clock and lock. Otherwise I was going to see if I could sneak peek the paintings from here. This is also annoying, because this one doesn't have anything either. Oh no, it does. Sand and. And we are in 4-5. I mean, I can definitely say it's not a coincidence. The only question, rather, is this consistent between days? I don't know what to use the broken lever for either. I mean, I'm obviously going to combine stuff for it, but I don't know what I'm going to combine it with. This is fun, we're making progress. I mean, we're sort of making progress. Did I use the silver key? No, I didn't. Good. Special keys. Silver key. No. Okay, so the silver key does not work on the basement door. Wait, do we have 2 paintings down here as well? Match a tree. So maybe this was supposed to be what the foundation is. I'm gonna jolt it down that this is underground, but I'm going to guess that this is the foundations. Because foundation is permanent, that is probably why it needs to do the paintings, because you're never ever going to have another room here. The foundation is right now on 4-4. 4-4. So, what? This one is the one on the left. So this, whatever, it's an oak? No, it's not an oak. Isn't it not a pine tree? But I don't know what this would be that is one letter more than pine. So let's try the other way. Match. Mac. Fire. Fir. It could be a fir tree. Already sold it, Pastor. Yeah. I have actually gone longer than I usually stream for, but I want to finish this day. I don't know how much longer this day is gonna be though, because I've been saved by clutches. I don't have anything on the observatory, unfortunately, but I think that's gonna be... Right, no, it is dead end, because this required... Oh no, wait, I do have my special key. So do I want to use my special key on the observatory or the foundation? This one needs to point... I need to still get a room that points right and then one that points forward. This one, I just need one that goes to the left. So I feel like the circumstances, I have higher odds with the observatory. But then again, don't I have the compass? No, I don't have the... Yeah, I do have the compass, so north facing is more common. Oh, no, we can already move things in the observatory. So the lever is not for that. Oh, and if I do have enough steps, I could always go outside to the shrine as well and make an offering. I should have done that when I passed by the main hall. I should have done a lot of things differently. So I think a right facing, and then because of the compass, I do think... No, it's still just compared to a single left. Leading north. I mean, that might still take into account the fact that it is bent. Okay, so here we have a chart and a cart. So that's H. And we are on 5-4. 5-4H. Chart, cart. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the conference room. I do remember there was something here that I've noted down. Yeah, safe code I jolted down. Reminder after meeting adjourns all conference notes into place, takes them to the office safe, and that is why I want to go to the office. Nice. And this explains how spreads work. So yeah, whenever spreading is happening now, it is always going to end up in here. Alright, that's why I saw dog tags everywhere. That explains things now. I can probably remove my dog tag note. I do still need to figure out the entrance hall. So where am I? I am on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 5, 5. So what could this be? It is something like a forest, it could be a tent. Tent and 10. Lovely. Good. Well, that is very unfortunate. I don't have the gem required for the rumpus room. I might as well do this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. So we have like code and a cliff. So it's not a cliff. That's not what I'm supposed to look for here. I mean, it's a trench code, so trench. But this one is the left one, so it's the one that should have the extra letters. Or extra letter, rather. H R. Fortunately, beige does not spell anything close to what it should be. So what could this one be? I mean, there's a lot of things. I think it's probably easier to go from the right and just add in a letter. So we've used code. Have we at any point so far when we have seen the same thing? Yes, because we've used cart twice. So it could still be code. Coast. Coast and coat. Yeah, because we see water. Okay. Fortunately, I haven't seen any rooms where that's... And then we have the evac indicators, but I don't know what the correct sequence is. So I guess what I'm stuck with right now is I'm just gonna have to go to the shrine. I think that is the last thing I can do today. I did not roll a good enough thing there. I did not have any die, so I could not re-roll. Okay, here we go. So we have 1-5 here. A deer and a tag. Isn't it called a stag? Yeah, it's a stag. And it is looking way better now. Like, I can see the letter combinations actually do start to form things you do see in English. And here we have 1-4. So we have a fir tree again, and then we have... I don't know what those things on the right are called in English. I know you put them on like diapers, you can put them to... well... to attach pins to your shirt and jacket and stuff. Actually, it's very archaic diapers that utilize them. I mean, is it once again pine and pin? Is that what it is? But it was a fir tree not too long ago. Is fir and pine same thing, maybe? Okay, so I'm gonna go with that it's pine and pin, even though that image was used for a fir tree as well. I did look up fir and pine, the difference, and there are differences. This does look more like a fir tree, but hey, I'm not gonna... And then we just have this annoying card minus card. It can't be space. That is, there is no difference. There is a difference. See, 1, 2, I don't think there were any paintings in there. Face and ace. That is very intelligent, actually. That is very, very smart. I don't know if that is true, but it would actually make sense. Very, 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 very smart. It also makes the ending to everything very interesting that it ends with FES. That's a very interesting way to end. Each time you draft a shop room, gain 1 dice. 1 die. Gain 5 extra each time you roll die. That is... nice. I did not draw any shops anyhow, so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have saved me to do this earlier. I guess what we could use the last time for is the last few steps to find out about the rooms we don't have. This one does not contain any paintings. So this one we'll just have to chill with. This one we have 2-2, the dark room. If I knew I would have come back here, I would have done things differently, because the dark room you can re-enable the light from the utility closet. Right. One room I could have gone to is the storeroom. That one would have been nice. I don't have the storeroom right now. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I will time out in the hallway. Enter, estate inventory, 3 trunks. 1 lockpick key kit and 1 car keys. I have missed those 2. I do have a security card. This run I was able to get one, even though I never needed to use it. But a lockpick kit and... That's interesting. It has to be in the conference room or the utility closet. No, it can't be. Those 2, I checked them. So maybe it is up here? One of these rooms? Thought I checked them. I mean, I didn't check them super closely, but I did check. I wonder if there is a meaning to the rooms, particular rooms we see. Not all of the... We haven't drafted all of these. The pool that we've never drafted. There are 2 vaults, so it starts to make me think that there might actually not be anything. Oh well, that is a life as it is right now. And I'm just gonna go and... Should I... No, I did check after I crafted a laboratory. 1, and then in the hallway, goodbye. Once I go into the pantry. And that is that. We actually made progress. I was scared that we were not going to be able to make any progress today because day 3 and 4 did absolutely nothing for me. But now we've actually come pretty far on what might be a pretty big... overall puzzle. So yeah, I mean, thank you for showing up, Poster. It's always nice to chat with you and have you here with me. So yeah, I will be going and I will be back on Thursday. So until then, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next stream. So until then, take care.